Hayley again. Welcome back to session 4 of the 5-part series. We're aim to build your strength training and functional fitness. So if you've got to session 4 with me now, hopefully you'll be realising that it's progressively getting a little bit more difficult. The intensity is increasing over each session that I'm doing with you. So this session is a little bit harder, slightly higher functioning now, some body weight exercises in there, and also weighted exercises that are a little bit more difficult to do. So if you come into this session you're thinking, oh no, a little bit too difficult for now, go back to session 3, work through that a few more times until you feel ready to come on to session 4. As I always say, make sure that the area is clutter free, open a window for ventilation, and make sure you've got a bottle of water there as well for you to use. These sort of exercises are recommended to be performed 2 to 3 times a week with a rest day in between. So don't overload yourself by doing 3 or 4 days in a row, and give yourself that rest in between these sort of sessions. These sessions are designed to develop the muscles a little bit more individually rather than focusing on getting your heart rate up nice and high. Today's session is going to be one set of 12, as it has been for all of the other sessions, but you can play around with those sets and repetitions. So you could do 2 sets of 12 or 1 set of 15, just to increase that intensity to a level that suits you. Okay, got the ball scale as well. As always, this is the rated periodization tool, and when you're doing strength-based training, you're looking to be between 11 and 13, which is light to somewhat hard at the intensity you're working for the strength-based training. Okay, if you're finding it too difficult, either lower the weight or just take a step back in intensity and do a lower variant of that exercise. Okay, still working the major muscle group today. As you might see, it's a build-up of these exercises and how you would go from a beginner level, more to intermediate, and then higher functioning. Before we do anything, we need to make sure that we're going to get warmed up, to get our heart rate and breathing rate going. So we're going to do about a 10-minute warm up just to get our body ready, and then we'll go into the workout. Okay, brilliant. So what we're going to do, start with a march on the spot. Well done. So we're going to do about a minute of each of these exercises. Like I said, it's more the safety aspect, just to get the blood pumping around the body. Keep that march going, just nice and steady, just trying to get that heart rate building up nice and gradually. Okay, then we're going to take this into a tap forward toe tap tap, together, alternating the feet. Good. Keep it going, well done. A few more seconds for this one. And then we're going to go into a side step or side tap. And into the side tap, so just out to the side, bringing your foot back to the middle, just warming those hips up a little bit now. Keep it going. Like I said, so getting muscles warmed up. Everything that I'm doing today in the warm-up is appropriate for what you're going to be doing in the workout. So I'm identifying the muscles that we're going to be doing the strength-based training with, the strength-based exercises, and making sure those muscles are nice and warm, as well as a slight increase in your heart and breathing rate. So it's okay to be getting a little bit short of breath in this warm-up period. Okay, back to a march on the spot. I'm going to turn to the side here, just march for a few more seconds, and we're going to go into a back step. Okay, so stepping back, bring it back to the middle. Just getting those steps going. Well done. Brilliant. About a minute of this exercise as well. Try not to lean forward on this one, make sure your posture is nice and upright. Well done. And we'll go back to that march on the spot. A bit more of an arm swing now, get those arms involved a bit more. Well done. Okay, so we're just going to keep our feet shoulder width apart, be mindful of our stance, and we're just going to come up onto our tiptoes, raise back down. Hold on to the back of a chair or kitchen counter or something like that if you need to. Up onto your toes, relax back down. Up onto your toes, relax back down. Back down. Well done. Up, up. Back down. Might feel in your calves a little bit. Well done. Couple more of these, and back into that march again for me. Big arms this time, we're trying to get our heart rate increasing gradually. Well done, keep going. Okay, so we're going to go back into those forward toe taps again, and this time you're going to add the arms in with a front raise. Just getting the shoulders warmed up now as well as the lower bodies. Good, keep it going, well done. A few more seconds of this one. Well done. And back to the march. And as we're marching, we're going to have a hand by our side, we're going to bring it up to touch our shoulders, back down, as we're marching. Up to touch our shoulders, back down. Up. Well done. Couple of more times for this one, and we'll go back into a side step. Last one, so relax, so side step, so out to the side, back again. We're going to reach across the front, just to get that upper body included in the warm up. Just at shoulder height, reach and grab back into you. Grab the air, pull back in. Good. Well done. Keep it going. And back to that march on the spot. So we're just going to get a few shoulder rolls going. Turn backwards. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And forward. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and just get those wrists circling for me a little bit there. So we're going to go one way first, and back the other way. Should feel yourself being a little bit warmer now. Might be a little bit short of breath, which is okay. Feel your heart rate's up a little bit more, but that's what we need to get ready for the main part of the workout. There we go, so we should be nice and warm now. So, should be around this 10 or 11 area now after that warm up, ready to get into the main part of the workout. So, a little bit more equipment today, so you might want to run and grab it. Pause the video after I told you what you need. I've got a chair today, couple of light dumbbells, but you can use tins of beans or whatever weights or you've got around the house. Also going to use a kettlebell today, but normally I'll just get you to fill, the big milk cartons, fill it up with water, so save one of them in your cupboard, fill it up with water, perfect to use for some of the weight exercises we're going to do today, and also a step. But if you haven't got a step, the exercise can be done on your bottom stairs at home or the steps on your front porch, whatever you've got available to you at home. Okay, brilliant. So, gonna go through 8 different exercises, identifying lower body muscles and upper body muscles as well, major muscle groups that help to prevent falls, improve your quality of life and your general fitness as well as your muscle tone and your body composition as well. So these are always going to be done in addition to, not instead of, the aerobic exercises and also some of your balance and posture movements as well. So you can have a look at all the wide range of videos that we've got and mix it all together to make your own exercise regime. Okay. So, first exercise I'm going to start with today, we'll be working the legs and also the bottom muscles, and we're going to be doing a body weight squat. So like I say, the exercises in this and the next session, which will be the last one, are a little bit more higher functioning. So don't worry if you come into this session thinking it's quite advanced for you. Just go back to some of the other sessions, and all of the sessions are designed to improve that fitness and your ability to build the foundation to jump up to the next session. Okay, so if you come straight in at session 4 and you think it's a bit much, just take it back down to session 3 or even 2, just to whatever suits you. Okay, so one set of 12 repetitions. Make sure you've got your drink of water, keep sipping that throughout the session. One thing I always say is, as you're doing the repetition, please count out loud your reps with me. That means it will regulate your breathing and make sure that you're not holding your breath, which you don't want. That's not good for your blood pressure or your heart rate. So we're going to do a body weight squat to start with. I'm going to stand on a diagonal just so I can demonstrate. You're going to want your feet probably slightly wider than shoulder width apart and your toes pointing outwards slightly. You always want to make sure that your head and chest are nice and upright, and sometimes to help with that balance you can pop your arms out in front as well. Okay, so what you're going to do is think about your personal space, a little circle, a bubble of space here, and you want your body to stay in it. So I don't want you leaning forward out of the bubble or back or to the side. So feet are going to be planted nice and flat into the floor. Don't want any toes up or any heels up. Feet stay flat on the floor. And you might find a little bit of restriction in your range of movement. That's fine, just go to wherever is comfortable for you. I don't want any severe pain in knees or backs or anything like that. So, arms out to front, head and chest nice and upright. We're not going to lean forward. I'm just going to lower myself down gently to a position that's comfortable for you. and your knees want to track over where your toes are. So knees should be tracking over your toes, pointing out slightly. What we don't want is knees coming in or knees coming out too far. Okay? So feet flat on the floor, chest and head nice and upright. You're just going to lower yourself to where it's comfortable, drive back up, and that's a body weight squat. Lower yourself to where it's comfortable, drive back up. Don't worry about your depth, just go to where it's comfortable for you. But as you get fitter, you ideally want to be lowering that depth a little bit more as your knees and back and hips allow. Okay, so I'll count you in. We're going to do 12 repetitions. Are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, count the reps with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keeping that head and chest nice and upright. 7, feet flat on the floor. 8, 9, might be getting a little bit short of breath, that's okay. 10, 2 more. 11, 12, well done. That's quite a difficult one, so well done for getting through that. But just see how your body feels, feel your range of motion, but it's really important you keep that posture in good technique whilst you're doing that exercise. Okay, brilliant. Next exercise we're going to do is going to go back to the wall press up. So you might have seen me do it in session 3. Similar version. I don't have a kitchen top in here, so I'm going to try and just lower my arm. But what I want you to do to make it harder is if you've got a kitchen counter or a really sturdy table with a lower space for you to put your hands on, then go for that. Because the lower it is, there's a slight more tension in the upper body, but makes the chest press or the wall press a little bit harder. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate as low as I can on the wall, but I want you to pick a kitchen top, and when you hold on, don't keep your hands flat on the table or the kitchen counter. Make sure your thumb is hooked underneath so you've got a little bit of stability there. You're not going to slide forward. So, nice tight body. Squeeze your bottom cheeks together to keep your core nice and tight. Hands on the wall a little bit lower. You're just going to press, back up, press, back up, keeping that body nice and straight. You might find you're on your tiptoes a little bit, that's absolutely fine. Okay, are we ready? 12 repetitions, count your reps out loud with me. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, keep those bottoms squeezed. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, one more. Wow, okay, so should have found that one a little bit more difficult. Should be feeling it across the chest there. If it's too difficult, or you're thinking, oh no, I can't manage that just yet, just go back up to a wall press at a higher level, which makes it a little bit easier. Okay, brilliant. So, moving on, I'm going to grab my chair for this. Again, you can just use a wall for balance or anything like that. We're working on doing calf raises all the way from seated to standing. This time I'm going to make it a little bit more difficult. You're going to do it on one leg. So a lot of your body weight will be transferred to one foot now, which makes it harder to do. Okay, so all I want you to do, hold on to the chair, nice upright posture, feet shoulder width apart. You're going to just lift one leg slightly off the floor, a little bit of balance involved here as well. Come up onto your tiptoe, back down. Up onto your tiptoe, back down. And we're going to do 12 on one leg and then 12 on the other. Okay? So, I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, count the reps with me. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, so feel it in your calf now, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, and 12. Okay, next one, 12 reps, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, nearly there, 10, 2 more, 11, 12, well done. Should have felt that in the calf muscle there, a little bit more tension than before. Absolutely normal, okay? Remember, we're looking to be between light and somewhat hard. If you're finding it quite difficult, maybe just go back to normal standing calf raising, and the same applies for all of the workouts that we're going to be doing today. Okay, brilliant. So, moving on to the next one, we're going to do a bent over row. Now this is working the back muscles a little bit more, and you will want a kitchen counter or the back of a chair for this one. So, what we're going to do, we're going to grab a dumbbell or a timber beam or a milk carton or whatever it is that you've got. You're going to stand with a slight bend in your knee, in both knees really, but quite an upright position with your torso. You're going to start holding your timber beans, your milk carton, whatever weights you've got around the house, from here, and you're going to pull up so that your elbow comes up as high as you can behind, but keeping that elbow tucked nice in from here. You're going to come up, back down, up, back down. Okay, so we'll do 12 on one arm, 12 on the other. And I'll just demonstrate that from here, what it would look like. So from here, so keeping that elbow tucked in. So not out here, tuck it in, up and down, and this is going to be working the shoulder and a little bit of the back muscle as well. Okay, so sip of water if you need to. I'm going to count you in, 12 reps on one arm, 12 reps on the other. Okay, are you ready? 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, last one, 12. Brilliant. Okay, so swap that down so you can see the other side. Ready for the other leg. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1, 2, 3, 4, well done. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 2 more, 11, 12. Well done. So that would have been working the back muscles round about here. Okay, should have a little bit of a pinch and maybe a little bit of work in the shoulders as well. So that's absolutely fine. Okay, so chair here. You're going to need your steps for the next one. Okay, and what we're going to be doing is working the side muscles within the legs. Okay, work on balance and core a little bit as well. So it's going to be a side step. But it's also called a Peterson step as well, okay? And what that is what we're going to do is you're going to start standing on the edge of the step, hold on to a wall or your banister if you're on your bottom step for support, that's fine. And what you're going to do is just hang one leg over the side of the step. I don't know if you can see that there, but it's not on the step, just hanging over the side. Now throughout this movement, this foot stays flat on the step the entire time. And it's all about working the muscles, the thigh muscle that's on the step. So what you're going to do is you're going to lower yourself down with the foot still flat on the box. Gently touch the floor so you're not stepping off. Bit of a touch with the other foot, drive back up. Lower it down, drive back up. Lower it down, drive back up. But that foot stays flat. What I don't want is this. So I don't want your heel coming off your toe or off balance. Just about staying nice and tight with your body down and up, down and up. You're going to do 12 on one leg, 12 on the other. Okay, okay. So, when you're ready, 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You should feel it in the knee a little bit. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, so you should be feeling it in the muscle line about here. Perfectly normal. But with the other leg. 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Well done. So if you do single leg exercises, whether it be the calf raise or the step ups that I've shown you, you might find that one leg feels stronger or weaker than the other, and this is very normal. So don't be too worried. We've all got muscle imbalances somewhere, but single leg exercises have actually helped to reduce that imbalance and try and marry it up so your muscle strength is the same in both legs. Okay, so now we've done the side step. We're going to do a bit of a combined movement now. So I'm going to grab a kettlebell, but you can use a dumbbell, your tinder bean, milk carton, anything that you can get your hands on. And we're going to do a slight bend. So you're going to have a slightly wider than shoulder width stance with your feet and your toes pointing out. You're going to bend down slightly, but keeping that back nice and straight. And as you stand up, you're going to pull the kettlebell up and do an upright row, as we visited in some of the other sessions. So it's going to be a bend, keeping that chest nice and upright, stand up, upright row. So keeping that kettlebell nice and close to the body, or the weight that you're using, nice and close to the body, nice high elbows. So it's going to be a bend, up, bend, up. Okay, we'll get your heart rate up a little bit now. You will be noticing that you'll be working lots of different muscles, so there's a little bit of lower body and also upper body at the same time. Okay, so 12 repetitions, count your reps out loud. Make sure you've had a drink of water if you need one, keep yourself hydrated. And we're going to get going. Okay, I'll count you in. 3, 2, 1, off you go. 1. So bend, upright row. 2, 3, 4. Keeping that chest nice and upright. 5, feet nice and flat on the floor. 6. Count the reps with me. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Well done. Definitely should feel yourself getting warmer now. Good all over body workout, strength aspect for the legs and also the shoulders and the back of your neck there for that exercise. So well done. Brilliant. So moving on, I'm going to do a little bit of core work now. So you want to grab the chair again. I'm going to sit down. I'm just going to do it a little bit harder. So we've been doing the knee raises just to get that core and the hip flexors involved. So now a little bit more difficult. We're going to do a single leg chair crunch. It's a lot to say in one word. So what you want to be doing is your bottom should be shifted into the middle of the chair a little bit, and you will hold on to the base of the chair underneath the support. And you're going to lean back slightly just so that the top of your back is slightly touching the chair if you've got a backrest, okay? If you haven't got a backrest, you can still do it, just makes it slightly harder. This is a safer way to do it. So you're going to pop both feet out in front with just the tips of your heels touching the floor. Hopefully you can see that. Tips of your heels touching the floor. And all you're going to do is bring one leg up, one knee up, till you feel a slight squeeze in your tummy. Relax back down. Up, relax back down. And what this is turning the core on here. You've got to balance and also lift your leg up at the same time. So we're going to do 12 on one leg, 12 on the other. Okie dokie. Grab your sip of water, count your reps out loud for me, don't hold your breath. Make sure you're regulating that breathing with your voice. Okay, are we ready? Off we go. 3, 2, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, should be feeling it here. 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Might be feeling it slightly in your hip flexor in this area as well, that's perfectly normal. Other legs, 12 reps, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, well done. 7, past halfway. 8, 9, 10, 11, last one, 12. Well done. Brilliant work. So you should have felt that in your tummy muscles there a little bit. That's perfectly normal. Really good to get core stability, help with your posture, fall prevention and lots of different things as well. Okay, well done. So one more exercise to do. We're going to bob the chair out of the way. Going to bring the step out just for demonstration here, but you can do this on your bottom step or whatever it is that you've got at home as well. And another combined movement. So we're going to be doing a step up. So you're going to step up onto the box or the step that you've got at home, back down. But I'm also going to grab your dumbbells or your kinder beans or whatever you've got. And once you get to the top of that step, bicep curl, back down. Doesn't matter which foot you come back down with really, but you're going to do 12 leading with one leg, so the same leg every time, and then 12 with the other. Okay? Brilliant. Are we ready? 3, 2, 1, off we go. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. Okay, just shake out, might feel your arm aching a little bit there, but when you're ready, you're going to go into 12 on the other leg. Okay, 3, 2, 1, off you go. Step up, bicep curl. Step up, bicep curl. Doing it on the opposite leg now. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, past halfway now. 8, keep it going, well done. 9, 10, 11, and 12, well done. So, pop your weight to the side. I'm going to move this step out of the way. So we're all done with our exercises for today. So now we just need to go into a cool down period. Okay, so lowering that heart rate and the breathing rate again. So we're going to go into a nice steady walk. Not quite as big as the warm up, no big swings or anything, we're getting everything relaxed now. Slightly higher intensity than the other sessions for that one. We're going more towards an advanced workout now with the strength based elements that we've covered today. Only do things that you feel comfortable to do. If you feel that's out of your ability, just go back to the other session. And also, I don't mind you mix and matching. So if you find that one thing's easier, so you've got stronger legs, pick some of the higher intensity leg workouts and stay with the lighter upper body ones, entirely up to you. So you can pull all of these exercises out to suit your needs. We'll just go some toe taps now. As I always say, if you've done a workout like this that's involved lifting a little bit of weight or creating a resistance, you might find a little bit of aches for a day or two after the workout. That's very normal. This is why we encourage a rest day in between these sessions. So you do a Monday, Wednesday, Friday, something like that. Okay, and we'll go into a side tap now. Out to the side. Well done. Doing really well. Getting everything settled down now, so you should feel that your breathing's calming down. Hopefully if you've been quite warm, that will start to settle down as well. We'll just go to a march on the spot. We'll get those wrist circles going. Just to keep a bit of upper body movement there. Like I say, depending on how you've been feeling, I might be able to see that there with the chair in the way, but depending on how you've been feeling, always go off this sort of scale to gauge where you are. But if you can do 12 repetitions of something fairly easily, feel like you're not doing very much, like do some shoulder rolls. As you perform the movement, you might need to just boost your confidence a little bit, add a little bit more weight, normally about between 1 and 2 kilos increase in weight for the upper body, and then 2 to 3 or maybe 2 to 4 for the lower body, depending on how you feel. Right, only ever do what's right for you. A little bit of tension is fine, but any severe pain, stop the exercise and move on to something else. Okay, a little bit of a march just to finish that off. Well done. Marching it out. Shake those arms out. Done quite a bit of body weight today. And relax. Well done. So that was session 4. Slightly higher intensity now. If you found that you got through all of those exercises pretty easily, then you could do a little bit more, then join me on session 5, where it's going to be a little bit harder, the higher functioning workout, probably the most advanced of all of these movements that you're going to get for yourself. So check in with that one. But if you're happy, stick on this one, do it a few times, just increase your weight or increase the sets and repetitions that you're doing to make it a bit harder and create that foundation for session 5. Okay, thank you, see you next time.